Arcane Comet and the conversation that I had with a rioter about it. So, on paper, you would think that Arcane Comet is a perfect rune for Sin, just especially versus melee champions. So Arcane Comet has an effect on it that reduces the cooldown when your target is getting hit by, or any target is getting hit by, damage over time effect, including Singe's Poison, obviously. That's why it's so good on champions like Malzahar. The rune has way better scaling than Summon Area as well, which I think is super important for the scaling conversation of this video. But what holds it back is the fact that the rune, when you fling somebody, it pulls them out of where the comet would land. So the comet goes where they were originally, and then the fling pulls them away from it. Where it needs is for the comet to go, assuming this is your comet off cooldown, right? What it needs is for the comet to go where they were going to land. And if they made that one singular change, I think this rune would be incredible on Sin, because the problem with the rune currently is that you kind of sort of grief your lane by taking it, whereas this should be like a rune on paper that's really good. Like, watch this, right? That's exactly what happens. That's the problem with it. And so I talked to Riot Froxon about this, and I mentioned it to him. I was like, Froxon, you know, I think that Comet on paper would be a really amazing scaling like fantasy rune for Singe, because, you know, he kind of, his current other scaling options, in my opinion, being Phase Rush and Predator, don't really have any like great damage attached to them, whereas theoretically Comet would have great damage attached to it. So before you say anything about Conqueror on Singe is not really a scaling rune. It's more of a rune that you take, Ignite Shaco. Conqueror on Singed, you take it for early game prio, and that rune, by the way, has also been kind of gutted. With the 1320 nerf, and by the Poison Shell nerf in 14.2, or the hotfix in 14.1, sorry. So you're actually taking that rune for early game prio, not for scaling. Which means that Singed, basically this entire time, has lacked a damage option for his scaling in the late game, where Arcane Comet could totally be that option shipping as Ignite. Because of the mechanic, the interaction that it has with Poison Trail, where it resets, or it lowers the cooldown based upon your... Pretty sure I can fling this guy. I think he's got him. Very nice, let's go. The cooldown gets lower based upon your damage over time effects. And that would be amazing. In this game, I would have already hit like 4 comments on him if I wasn't getting grief by fling, right? But and that's like the thing that I talked to Froxon about, where I was like, you know, Froxon, if you guys made this change for Singed, where in laning phase your fling would not grief your comet, then I think this could be a super viable, super fun rune for Singe. And like on paper, you would think that this was the Deathfire Touch replacement. For those guys who don't know, Deathfire Touch was a rune back in, or Keystone back in Season 6 and 7 that amplified dot effects, which is amazing for Singed, obviously. We love that. And so you would think that that would be amazing, you know, for him, but unfortunately, that one aspect of the rune, where if you fling a champion, it throws them out of it, assuming your comet's on off cooldown, kind of kills it versus melee matchups, whereas melee matchups would be the primary matchup in which you would take this rune, because you're not going to take Comet versus a range matchup, right? You have no chance to use it really against them. But versus melee matchups, having an option to help you scale and stuff like that would be amazing.
It's nearly time.
Without griefing your lane, obviously. Like, Singer's going to lose lane to almost every champion, but like, losing your lane gracefully is very different than griefing your lane, right? And that's the thing that you have to remember whenever you're playing Singe. He uses passive here, so get some damage on him here. Pretty sure if I hit 6 before him, he dies. He's flashless, but we'll see. Cannon Wave, I do have DMAT. Did I dodge or did I get hit by it? I couldn't actually tell. But I will show you, regardless of whether or not you grief your lane, if you can get to late game, it actually does perform very well in the late game. Especially if the enemy team has like a couple melee champions. So in this case, they do have a couple melee champions that you can reliably use the rune against.
I hear you.
I can maybe get towards mid and help him, but the Shaco's gonna be an issue.
Enemy killing.
I hate to see that guy's full HP, yeah. I can't do much about him. And he's probably gonna walk over here too. Oh, he's on me. I think. I'm pretty sure he's on that bush. Yeah, I was right. I ran out of mana. Just singe things. I may be able to fight him though. If I can serve my mana. Nope, time to leave. Just kidding. I lied. I actually missed every comment there. Yeah, but like I was saying, if you could just like line it up with your fling, it would be such a more viable option for our boy, I think. What you can do is actually buy rallies with it, and that makes it super consistent. Not the first one, that fling, though. So I was talking to Froxon, I said, you know, Froxon, if you guys made it so that your fling doesn't grief your comet, this would be an amazing option, because it would let you be able to actually have a fighting chance in lane. You know, obviously you're not going to win, but you at least have a chance to lose gracefully while having your scaling, you know, for the late game as an option, and not needing to be, you know, forced into taking phase rush because you went sorcery tree and you want the minor runes, right? Percentage minor rune choices are very important. I'm pretty sure we can just go for this. He wants to invade, but I think we just take oh, hello, Shaco. He's right here, and I believe dead. Very nice. Okay, let's go for grubs here. If he's not gonna go for him, I'm not gonna wait around, but I would very much like to go for them. He's coming for him. Nice. Let's go. Let's get him. I still haven't hit a comet, by the way. And this is like a great example of what I'm saying and why I had the conversation with Froxon. He didn't give me a yes or a no. He just kind of asked what my opinion on runes was, and I'll talk more about that in a bit after these grubs. But he didn't give me a yes or no. He did listen though, and he did ask questions about it. So my opinion basically on runes was, my opinion is I'm gonna ult on this Gangplank and see if I can do anything here. I think we kill him. Pretty sure you got some. Nice, let's go. Actually, I got the kill. And my opinion on runes is basically this. So, I said that Singed has really good choices for minor runes. You know, things like Celerity, DMAT, Cosmic Insight, and Gathering Storm, you know, things like this. Triumph, Legend Tenacity, these things are all really good on Singed, and they feel good on him. But the keystones don't really feel that great a lot of the time. Like, yeah, Phase Rush feels fun in the melee champions. It doesn't really help you win laning phase or do much for you at all in laning phase. It scales really well in late game to give you movement speed. And Predator, you know, good into ranged champions, also scales really well. Conqueror kind of nerfed. Airy falls off a cliff. Aftershock, not amazing because you can't really guarantee that you're not going to get hit by tree damage, right? So I have a Galio here. He sees me, but I'm going to execute, so... I'm curious how this works out for him. I know Gangplank's ult is down, right? Ah, no, he had enough. My bad, no worries. All good, I'm gonna go rallies in the Gangplank. I was wondering, like, I remember he used it when I was fighting Shaco over here, but that was a while ago, huh? Yeah, that was a good bit ago. Yeah, so basically... So all that to say, I think Singed has great minor rune options. It doesn't really have great keystone options, at least that are like for damage scaling, right? Like you have movement speed scaling with Phase Rush and Predator, but nothing you have that gives you damage scaling. Conqueror, again, I know I'm gonna get some comments about this. Minish Cap, Conqueror, damage, AP, haha. Again, in the later stages of the game, it's basically impossible to activate this rune, to activate Conqueror fully, because the fights. You have to focus on movement. You can't focus on stopping and stacking, and you know, movement is more important always on Singed in later parts of the game. Also, the AP ratio on Q was nerfed, and the actual flat AP that rune provides was also nerfed. I should hopefully finally hit a Comet here at 11 minutes, by the way, with Rylai's. We'll see how that goes. God. I knew I was gonna miss a bunch of them because like that's kind of the point of the video that I'm trying to address. I think I was gonna miss literally every single one. I wanna walk down here so we can fight. I'm coming, boys. They killed the Vayne. Chico in there, very good. There's a Gangplank up top. Don't like care if he's pushing. It is what it is. Did I hit a Comet? No. This is like it illustrates my point so perfectly. Is like, yeah, this rune in theory on paper has the potential to be so amazing for Singed, but just the fact that like you can't hit it at all early game a lot of the time, most of the time is like, man, because like just read it, you know, like reduces the remaining cooldown with a dot effect, and you tick it on your poison controller, right? Like that sounds so cool because like later in the game. I've made videos on Comet before, like years ago. You can get the cooldown on this to be like a machine gun, basically. You can spit out like, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 Comets per fight, especially if the fight gets hectic. It's really awesome, but not being able to do that because, you know, Fling griefs at early game, and so you don't want to really take it. And Singed starts 99% of his fights with a Fling, right? You're really never gonna start a fight where people are chasing you, at least in Modern League, because you know, everyone, like, just look at Gangplank. He knows, hey, I just walk away from Singed. Singed is gonna freeze the lane, because why would you freeze the lane on Singed, right? Unless you're this guy, apparently. And then I just walk away. 116 damage on 2 procs of Comet there, by the way. That's actually no joke. So Rylai's definitely putting in some work for us. I want to go for this. I'm pretty sure I'm getting boxed in here, by the way. Oh, is that his clone? Comet also reapplies your Rylai's, by the way, fun fact. Dude, look at that. I 247 damage so fast on Comet, by the way. Like, the scaling, that's what I'm saying. The scaling on this rune is absolutely insane. It took me basically no time at all to get that much damage on Comet, right? So like just imagine if the rune didn't make you automatically lose your laning phase. Again, Singed is gonna lose most of his matchups. That's kind of just how the champion works. You're a scaling team fighting champion. But like, you know, you want to lose gracefully, and Comet doesn't really let you lose gracefully. If you're losing on Comet, then it's, yeah, it's not good. So, I'm a huge fan of this rune in theory, and I reached out to Froxon hoping that they could fix the Fling interaction, and if they fix that one interaction, man, it would be so much better. It would be so much more reliable, so much more, like, usable, in my opinion, on Singed, and having that scaling option would just be so good. Because, like, you know, again, better scaling than Airy, and it's not a rune where you have to, like, stop and, like, and just be like, hey, you know, okay, I need to weave in auto attacks, need to use an ignite to activate it like Conqueror. You have the rune and it just works, and like I love that. That is half of my HP in a Q auto. Holy moly. So I get for not buying armor against Gangplank. At least he is impatiently pushing the wave, which, you know, we like. Go ahead and buy this.
It's nearly time.
Yeah, and Froxon didn't give me an answer really as to whether or not they're gonna fix it. But he did listen, which is good. And so I'm hoping, you know, maybe one day, Comet is usable on Singed versus Melees. I think that'd be awesome. Bro, you are not gonna get that for free. I'm letting you know right now. Mr. Shaco. Just not happening, sir. And GP's looking at me, but... Hello. That's what I thought he was going to. Oh, that was the clone! Smart boy. We can also force the Herald here. He has lifesteal, so he's healing a lot. It's not even lifesteal, it's just what is healing even. He's doing so much. Oh, that's unfortunate. I gotta run. Can he get to me though? Yeah, he can probably get to me. There goes my comet. Bang, 587. So, not a one fight, but we did get Herald. I sadly have to use my Herald recall here. But, not quite build Haunting Guys. I don't think I need the Haunting Guys effect yet. Versus these squishier champions.
It's nearly time.
I really want to show you guys, hopefully this game I get a late game team fight where I can just like use the Comet like a machine gun. And honestly, like, I feel like having Comet as a viable option would also make you, you know, able to open up to some tankier builds as well, because the damage is way better than other runes, right? And so, like, not having to build Glass Cannon to do meaningful damage on Singed, I think would be super cool. I guess you don't, that's a hyperbole. You can do meaningful damage without going Glass Cannon, but, like, you know, maybe I shouldn't do 0 damage if I buy 2 tank items, right? So, I think that would be a cool situation. A TP'd to recall. I'm just gonna let him recall. Because now I can just take the turret. Kind of confused why he would back there, but sure. I'm not gonna say no to it. He might ult the wave. Unless he ulted the team fight over there.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, he's walking towards mid, that's why. Cool, so I get turret, love to see it. I also have 6 grublings because I got grub cryo.
An ally has been slain. Your team has
I want to smoke Vayne with some comets so badly, man. Oh, Mr. Yi. I'm a fan of what you're doing here. I like this. I wanted to do it, Roop. I can take it after him, though. Oh. Could probably pop my R. No worries, let's leave. Was a safety R? We're on 3 drags anyway, so I'm not super worried about anything. Like to grab one more wave here if possible. So just slow the gangplank. Grab minions. Poison should kill that in time, yeah, well. So far this game, it definitely has done less damage than Aerie would have given me so far. But I'm telling you, like, I missed for the first 10 minutes of the game, and I have a 45% hit rate on the Comet right now. You can see it right there, actually, 45% Comet hit rate. Which, you know, for missing for the first 10 minutes and landing almost half of them, quite great. And in terms of, you know, damage output compared to Aerie in the later stages of the game, it's not even close. Like, this rune vastly outdamages Summon Aerie. And as cute as I think Summon Aerie is, I don't think Singed is a champion that, you know, should be pigeonholed into playing a laning dominant playstyle like Summon Aerie when you're already on the losing, like, the back foot in lane versus most matchups. So what ends up happening when you take Summon Aerie is you're just taking Aerie and Ignite to go even a lot of the time. As much as I love that setup. I feel like lane dominance on Singed is kind of a myth. The champion just doesn't really have winning matchups. I'm not complaining. I love the way Singed is. Like, big fan of the champion and the way he plays. But that's a reality that you have to face whenever you play this champion. Is, hey, you know, your matchups kind of suck. I'm build towards a little DMP here. Take these plants.
It's nearly time.
Okay. Another ward. They're ganking him up with Pantheon. Can I go help him? Oh, he got Gangplank ulted and ignited. Does he live? Nah, no way, bro. That is pain. So many Shaco boxes, holy shit, dude. That could have flashed, but man, that is a lot of fucking CC. Hey, 818 Comet damage though. Assist on GP. Assist on Galio. Assuming assist on Shaco here as well. He's over here for sure, right? Wait, I didn't get assists on them? Bro, are you kidding me? Okay, no worries, no worries. I could do Rift Maker, but I'll probably just do Deadman's. But Rift is so fun. Let's go Rift, bro. Let's just do damage, yeah? So far, I've hit 48% of comments, so approaching that 50%. And again, the longer the game goes, the more comments you're gonna hit because more team fights happen. So this would be like closer to like a, you know, 60-70% hit rate if it didn't get griefed on the fling. So who's TPing bottom? Gangplank TPing bottom here. I assume TPing for the drag, but I have a Kaisa there. I don't think he can push her. She's 9-7. Oh, hello, GP. He's a level up on me, but I'm pretty sure I just do way more damage than him right now. At least over the course of a fight. Our ward got moved, no worries.
It's nearly time.
Okay, Shaco will come over that back wall most likely. There he is. Oh no, okay, quick, get caught my arm. Oh. Bye-bye. That's rough. I mean, I guess we got Dragon Soul. I think Shaco has a higher Comet hit rate than me. Yeah, he's 73%, and he's not. Oh, he actually is pretty fed. What am I at now? 46 still. Yeah, I didn't have any comments there. But again, the fling interaction. If I had it, I would have hit. What is Seraphine? I'm curious. So Seraphine's at 87%. Jeez, dude. It still looks like other Comet champions have a lot of hit rate with it. Let me get my hit rate too, right? Please, Mr. Froxon, please. Plus, the sorcery minor runes are just so nice, you know? Celerity and Nimbus Cloak just make so much sense. Gathering Storm, you know, good synergy with Comet, get more AP, get more Comet damage. Currently, my Comets are dealing 106 plus 15. That's gonna be higher when I ult, by the way. I haven't checked what happened or what the value is when I ult, but it will be a decent chunk higher than that. We need to get Vision on Baron as well. The GP, I'm getting closer to Riftmaker too. I could sell my Dark Seal and get it. Or just get the wave and get it. Yeah, let's go back for Riftmaker. Rip my... Something over here. I don't want to walk through there. Looks like these guys are over here fighting though. Alright. Alright. This is a lot of fun. I'm just gonna walk down mid. I think Vayne's pushing bot. Like, they have 3 melee champions for me to fight the Arcane Comet, but it's like the worst 3 melee champions I could possibly fight against with Arcane Comet. Just slippery fucking ranged people. Alright, let's see. Go for Deadman's. A little bit of armor for the Gangplank, never hurt. This Seraphine's Comet hit right now. 85% now. Shaco is at 78 still. They like other champions that use this rune have so much consistency with it, right? And that's what I love to have for Singed, just like the consistency, you know? Make this rune a great option. I love that.
I hear you.
GP, what are you doing? It's like, it sucks that you have to do that to make the Comet hit where you wait to fling somebody. You know, that's never ideal. Because you can make a good fight go bad really quickly, like doing that. But I want my rune to hit. And ideally, you know, in a perfect world, I wouldn't have to wait. That is okay, though.
Double kill.
Master E being very balanced.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Can they stop us?
Your team has
I don't think so.
destroyed
Oh,
a
there's a
turret.
vein.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a
Nice ghost vein. She just runs away. She's like, you know what? Nah, I'm good, bro. She's like, nah, I'm good, bro.
killing spree.
The Comet damage. Oh, it's so big now. Miss Galio. Did it just target Gangplank for being low health? I have no idea how the low health targeting works on this rune.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, time to leave. Dead Man's is up. I'm super fast now. I was already pretty fast, but I'm super fast now. I'm now... Oh, I finally hit 50% Comet hit rate after missing every Comet for the first 10 minutes. Meanwhile, Seraphina's at 86 and Shaco's at 78. But like, see, like this is what I'm saying, guys. Like, imagine if they fixed this interaction with Fling. Just imagine like how cool this rune could be. Singed is like Malzahar. He's a dot champion that could love. Malzahar does enjoy this, and I'm not sure if he takes it every game. Sometimes Malzahar goes summon Airy for early game dominance, but I think that's a grief. I think Comet's probably just way better in literally every case. As a Malzahar dabbler, but I understand why they don't take it sometimes. It's because laning phase. I feel like in League in general, the people kind of over-prioritize laning phase. But speaking as a Singed one trick, that's kind of my bias, right? I recognize that I'm biased and my perspective on the game is warped. I think my perspective on the game is very fun, though. Look at the comets! Look at them coming out! Bang! Is she farming the wave down here?
Rampage.
Sarah Queen, I'm faster than you.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain.
Oh, they FF, nice. I didn't see what my comment was,
Victory.
damage-wise there at the end. Let's check it out. I think I would have, like, a lot of fun with this rune if they fixed that fling interaction, just so I could, like, run this every game. And get those late game fights where you're just like, you know, machine gun commenting. Man, that just like it's such a cool, like, you know, scaling fantasy. And I'm so into that, right? You know, the idea of Singed, you know, the downtrodden early game, everyone beats me up. Oh, late game? Hey, late game. My Comet's a machine gun now. So not great damage, but 1365 Comet, I mean, if this rune worked with Fling to not throw them out of it, I think these numbers could be ridiculous. But yeah, you know, the fantasy of Singed, like, hey, I'm so downtrodden early. You guys are all beating me up early game. This is a painful early game scenario. Oh, we're getting mid game. All right, I'm kind of cooking a little bit. Or we're getting late game. Well, you guys messed up. You let me go late game. Now my Comet's gonna hit you like a truck, and also like a Gatling gun, right? Like, that'd be so cool. But let me know what you guys think. Like, what do you guys think of this potential if they fixed Comet on Singe so that your fling didn't throw them out of it? Right? I think that'd be super awesome. Like I said, I did mention it to Froxon. He didn't give me a yes or no. He did respond to it, and he asked for my thoughts on runes on Singe in general. And I talked about that a bit in the video, where I feel like minor runes are pretty good on Singe. He has decent choices in minor runes, but keystones kind of just don't feel that great. And, you know, maybe if Comet was an option for damage scaling as opposed to movement scaling, that'd be cool. So, all right, guys. Let me know what you thought of this video, and I appreciate it if you left a comment, left a like, give me a little subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100K this year. Hopefully I can hit 100K this year. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Mwah. Catch you in the next one. Later, everyone.